It was Hu Chang's turn, and just like that, he died. His wife and child, trapped in a deep pit, couldn't survive either. Just as the ceremony began, they witnessed the phenomenon of a solar eclipse, where the moon covered the sun. The rulers of the Mayan civilization were highly skilled in mathematics and astronomy and understood the eclipse. However, the problem was that their people were suffering from famine and disease, and such events could easily trigger rebellion against the ruling class. The rulers explained that the gods were satisfied with human efforts. They returned the sun to them, and the people rejoiced, further solidifying the legitimacy of the ruling class. The sacrificial ceremony planned for Hu Chang before his death was dramatically canceled. It seemed unlikely that the captives would be released. After watching today's video, you will become a fan of survival movie. I promise, today's episode of the Small Explainer channel is beautifully arranged and presented to you by I Am Semrat. So those who have not yet subscribe, and watch the video. Commander Ling Lang took the captives to the sports field, but not to play a game with them. Instead, they intended to enjoy their own hunting game. The captives, paired in groups of 2, frantically ran towards the grove of gourd plants, hoping to reach it and be set free. A warrior stood as a goalkeeper in front of the grove. They were armed with shields. The goalkeepers were warriors equipped with bows, arrows, and Mayan throwing spears. It was a terrifying hunting game. The warriors were prepared to hunt down the escaping captives. Among them were strong individuals, but they were helpless. When they reached the grove, they were met with the final blow from the goalkeepers. Now, it was Tiger Claw's turn, along with other young men from his tribe, to plan their escape. According to them, the only way to escape was to use random bow and arrow shots. In fact, before modern firearms were invented, this method of evasion was effective. Commander Ling Lang carefully aimed his bow and successfully killed Tiger Claw. As the goalkeeper was about to finish, his body blocked the way. Commander Ling Lang had never been so humiliated. Adding to that, the goalkeeper was the commander's son, which made Ling Lang's anger reach its peak. The elite warriors started a suffocating chase. The severely injured hunter Tiger Claw also tried to escape, but the pursuers were getting closer. Tiger Claw attempted to climb a tree to hide, but blood was flowing from the arrow wound. Just as he was about to be discovered, the pursuers passed by. However, as if things couldn't get worse, they kept happening one after another. The blood stuck to his back alerted the pursuers to Tiger Claw's position. A black panther started chasing Tiger Claw, leading him directly toward the pursuers. The black panther, which had been protecting her cubs, was killed. At that moment, a warrior chasing Tiger Claw was attacked by the black panther. Witnessing this, the other warriors began to recall a girl they had ignored. The girl had said that a man running with the panther would punish them. They started believing that what the girl had said might be true. Fear began to grip them, and shortly after, another warrior was bitten by a venomous snake. As the fear spread, Ling Lang ignored all of this and continued the chase without stopping. By the way, if you don't subscribe, I lose motivation to upload videos. Please subscribe 3. The warriors continued their pursuit of Tiger Claw. They chased him relentlessly, and finally, Tiger Claw jumped off a cliff over a waterfall. Then, he began taunting them. Ling Lang and his warriors kept up the chase. They embraced every kind of life. The fleeing Tiger Claw was now trapped in their hands. He struggled hard to climb up, barely escaping death, and returned to his land to fight back against them. He pulled out a beehive and threw it at them. He caught a poisonous frog and created poison-tipped darts. He started taking them out one by one. After a while, he faced a mortal enemy, a man who had killed Tiger Claw's father, Firestone. There was no way he would let him go. A heavy club was raised, and then it started raining. Tiger Claw ran toward the pit where his wife was. At the same time, his wife, who was in the pit, was about to give birth. Ling Lang found his fallen warriors and resumed the chase. Finally, one of Ling Lang's arrows hit Tiger Claw, knocking him to the ground. Meanwhile, Tiger Claw's wife was helpless, as the pit was quickly filling with water. Only her face was visible above the rising water, and within it, she gave birth. Ling Lang, who was chasing Tiger Claw, was killed by a trap, and after his death, only 2 warriors remained. When Tiger Claw reached the riverbank, he stopped at the sight of something. What he saw were Spanish ships and boats. Tiger Claw quickly rushed back to the pit to find his wife. 538. The Mayan civilization ultimately vanished. The film tells the story of the beginning of its destruction. One thing is certain: when such relatively different civilizations collide, it creates a ghostly effect. Afterward, Tiger Claw and his wife began their journey to a new settlement. They embraced every kind of life. Friends, today's video so far. If you like the video, then definitely subscribe. Hope, like, share, comment, and let your friends watch. Until then, everyone will be fine and healthy. Bye-bye.